People think you know that he's on steroids. I'm like, man, I don't know that, man. Like, I've never seen that man do nothing. I was like, I just said that he went out for 2 weeks and he came back a superhuman. That wasn't even no gist to that. I was just saying stuff that everybody said. Like, oh, you remember he was out and he came back a superhuman. Then he was in Miami. He was on the list. You know?
Jeff Teague is scared of LeBron James and Klutch Sports. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
On the way in, you know what I'm saying? Some black trucks outside. I'm happy we can still podcast.
Man, listen, bro.
We was only on Klutch Sports for 2 weeks, man.
They kicked me off the Klutch, bro.
No.
Listen, bro, it was a joke, bro. Like, what did they miss, bro?
Hey, now, before we even get to that, who do we have on the show? Whoever was from Klutch, and they were just like, yeah, I had to double check to see if he was actually on the roster. Was that Alicia Gray?
Yeah, Alicia Gray. Yeah. Like, they like,
he's not Alicia.
No, I'm not. I'm not on Klutch Sports. And definitely after this, I will never get another Klutch opportunity. Because y'all take everything out of context. We were literally giving LeBron praise of how dominant he was.
Yeah, y'all wasn't really watching the show. And I mean, that's why I get clipped up, though. Mm-hmm. Like, and go ahead.
We were saying he was so dominant.
This is your post king.
I'm just saying we were saying he was so dominant that, like, bro, you 280 running that fast, bro. I'm like, bro, he was on steroids, bro.
Yeah, and that was.
Now, that didn't sound like props. You know, LeBron, he got the steroid allegations. So for you to be like, yo, he was on steroids, and then brought up the Miami days, back when they had that whole investigation, there's better ways of giving LeBron James props instead of using that analogy.
It was a real storyline, though.
But I was joking, because if I knew that, people like, how did you know he was on steroids? I didn't know. I don't know. I don't care, because if he was and I knew, I would have told him to give me some. Yeah. I would have
tapped in.
I would have been 6'3", 285 too, running like a Mack truck. Like,
if you had a recipe, there would be no Club Pops on you right now.
I wish I had the recipe. Like, matter of fact, if you got some, bro, tap in.
Send the remix.
I'm ready to make a comeback. Me, John Wall, send it all of us. We trying to get back.
You too old, you gonna fall apart.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen,
yeah, that's his way of be like, you know what, I was joking. If he on it, shoot, let me know so I can get some too. So let's be real, Jeff Teague. You know some stuff behind the scenes. I'm sure you may allegedly know of players that may have been doing it. LeBron James is the biggest figure in the NBA. So there's some rumors about him for many years now. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But for you to bring that up in that context, you know something. Now you're trying to dial it back. He got that call from Klutch Sports, and he's scared right now.
League is on the way.
Man, listen, bro.
That's
I couldn't believe. Well, only reason I even knew about is because my dad, he was like, you trying to get us? I'm like, what are you talking about? I think I did something crazy.
I woke up, my phone was a lot. Bro, I really thought something happened.
I did too. When my dad said that, you trying to get us killed?
And I knew
like,
it
what are you
wasn't about
talking
my
about?
family, because it was all social media. And I'm like, damn.
He like, you said something about Bron? I was like, what? I literally didn't know. I'm like, what did I say about Bron?
Yeah.
He's like, something about steroids.
Yeah, that wasn't even like the topic of the
like,
show for
what?
real.
The fact that Coach Teague hit you about this is hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, I just made a joke that he good. Like, he was so good and so strong, much faster than everybody. I was like, he had to be on steroids. And
so even your pops called you, or maybe he's joking too. So everything he's saying is a joke right now. But everything you said on your previous show, it sounded real. Because again, I heard the rumors. His name was allegedly in reports or something, or people connected to him. So for you to bring that up again in that context, one thing to be like, okay, LeBron is old, and everything you said was, okay, maybe a decent joke. But then when you brought up the steroid stuff, that's when people have been like, you know what? He had a lot of joking allegations. Kevin Garnett, Lebalco joke. The UFC fighter, Chael Sonnen, or whatever his name is, he brought up some stuff. Even though he may have an opinion about it, the way Jeff Teague explained it was like, you know what? I got some alleged inside information on Bron being on the juice. Again, I believe he got that call from Klutch Sports representatives. Maybe Rich Paul texts him like, bro, dial it back now because, you know, we got the best lawyers in town. Again, he don't want to go toe-to-toe with Klutch Sports. They're a powerful entity.
he was like, well, people think you know that he's on steroids. I'm like, man, I don't know that, man. Like, I've never seen that man do nothing. I was like, I just said that he went out for 2 weeks and he came back a superhuman.
I mean, I hate it got taken it that way, but I understand too, because like the shit that you tell about the NBA, it always followed by videos. Like that.
Yeah,
so you gotta look at that side of it too.
Yeah, but I don't know, Bron.
The funny part about this,
but
they just us for saying we glaze Bron too much.
Yeah.
Oh, facts.
Now we hate LeBron.
Nah, I hate Bron. Yeah, they told me you a Bron hater. Y'all just told me y'all.
They said we talking about Bron too much.
Bron.
We signed a Klutch. We sold our soul.
I still love Bron. Bron's still the greatest, one of the greatest players ever to me. But I was joking. We were literally talking, but it's okay. I don't give a
Nah, you do care. You do give a F only because, again, I do believe some representatives contacted Jeff Teague. Again, there's one thing if you're going to joke about LeBron. He's a superhuman. He's this and that. Even if you damn near allude to it. But if you go ahead and say those words like, oh, he was on steroids, he was on HGH. You remember the investigation that they had in Miami, an investigation that wasn't really covered. You had to really be on the web pages to look about it. You weren't really going to see it on mainstream news like ESPN. There's a reason why ESPN won't even touch that topic. There may be times where people may slip up and say something or allude to it, but they're never going to point blank say it or make these debate shows like, you know what? What if LeBron is on steroids? What will happen to his legacy? How come we don't see those hypothetical topics, but we see a billion hypothetical topics of is LeBron better than Jordan, vice versa? So they'll make those topics. But again, ESPN, they're in bed with the NBA. There's a lot of money that is being paid for the NBA rights. So they know they can't really go in detail about one of their biggest stars ever being on the juice. It's bad for business.
Hey man,
It's here now.
We never gonna get all LeBron soldier deal.
Yeah, I was just about to get some new Brons too and hoop in them, but
Now you're Under Armour soldier.
come on, I'm wearing Steph's now.
What Dom say? Don't wear them in the club.
I just couldn't believe. I'm really shocked that made like a thing. Like,
Because ESPN, bro.
Because nobody else is working.
I'm like, bro, y'all serious, bro?
When I see,
That's true.
it's always a wave of people. You start seeing one or two publications follow, like, oh yeah, this is about to be the flavor of the day.
Yeah, that was kind of lame though. That wasn't even a real. That wasn't even no gist today. I was just saying stuff that everybody said, like, oh, you remember he was out and he came back a superhuman. Then he was in Miami. He was on the list. You know, I don't give.
Woke a lot of people up.
So you can't believe that's a huge story that the people are running with it. You got to think, when you got the biggest star ever in sports, when you got the GOAT, the greatest player of all time, and a lot of people's eyes, LeBron, if you say anything about him using performance enhancers, you don't think that'd be an actual story? You're not just a random person like me on YouTube that may allege certain situations, but for Jeff Teague, played in the league by 12 or 13 years, has a huge podcast on an independent network, you don't think that'd be a topic of conversation if you said it, as opposed to some random person on YouTube? So Jeff Teague, you got a lot of clout within the sports industry, within the basketball industry. So if you say something, especially during that time you were in the league, the people that you know, the stuff that you know behind the scenes, of course we're going to take your word for it. So you may be quote unquote joking, but again, the rumors have been out there on LeBron, but people can't prove it. By you saying it, a credible NBA player and what we think is a credible source that knows the behind the scenes in the NBA, of course it's going to be a huge story if you say LeBron James is on the juice.
If he was on steroid, I don't care. You still got to make the shots.
Yeah, we definitely shots, bro.
You still got to hit the baseball. You still got to make the shots. You still got to make the tackles.
Nah, it ain't no well.
It's so funny, bro. The random shit be happening. People like, y'all just be saying something go viral. I swear to
So yeah, Jeff Teague got that call from Klutch. Hey, you better dial that story back. You better be like, hey, that was a joke, because we can't have people saying that the biggest star in basketball ever, LeBron James, is juiced up. So Jeff Teague looks a little uneasy. He's usually the one that be joking, having fun, laughing, even though he says he doesn't care. If people around you are being like, yo, what's going on? Like, what did you say? His own father is scared for him. Like, bro, hey, you better say something, because whatever you said on that previous pod, people are believing. And then with all the allegations on LeBron previously of being juiced up, that was damn near confirmation. A credible source, an NBA player that played during that era of LeBron, the height of LeBron, that went against him, that knows stuff behind the scenes of the NBA. He's saying LeBron is juiced up. So Jeff Teague, he definitely got that call from Klutch. I don't doubt it, but he's going to dial it back, says that he's joking, says he doesn't care, but it sounded like you cared a lot in your previous pod with the allegations of LeBron being juiced up. So, hey, Jeff Teague, you just saved yourself from Klutch Sports. They got them black vans outside looking for you, them Escalades. They outside the crib, so he had to dial it back. Jeff Teague is scared of LeBron James and Klutch Sports.